Joining us for more on that is Director at Africa Analysis, Dobek Pater. Dobek, thanks so much for your time. Today, we can't really call them a fixed-line business anymore, can we?
Yeah, it's very difficult to call fixed-line businesses fixed-line. Even those that in the past chose not to participate outside of the fixed-line environment have been forced to, and they're moving in two directions. And it's the case with Telkom in South Africa as well. One is mobile space, so expanding into mobile products and the mobile customer base, and then also into new products and services. And these are let's say, the future digital age products. So whether they are mobile or fixed line, but it's looking at things such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, data center based products in the cloud, big data analytics, that sort of thing, IoT, Internet of Everything, and in Telkom's case specifically, industrial Internet of Everything.
Yes, absolutely. Now, when you look at the work that Sipho Maseko and his management team have done throughout the restructuring, would you say that they're delivering on what they promised?
I think they're certainly delivering. The delivery, I think, first of all, a lot of expectation, not to call it hype, maybe was created a number of years ago when Telkom did start to restructure. And they have started to deliver. It is a difficult trading environment for two reasons. One is, yes, the economy is down. Hasn't been growing very much. Hopefully it will pick up a bit. But I think even more importantly, the environment, the market in South Africa has become a lot more competitive, particularly once you start moving outside of that traditional fixed line service into the new IT services environment in particular, but also with mobile communication services. So you're facing headwinds all the time. So you're delivering, but the delivery is not necessarily flowing smoothly.
And let's talk a bit about the mobile space. When you talked about how competitive it is, and they are obviously growing in there. We've seen the subscriber numbers that they're reporting. They saw over 30% growth in subscriber numbers for Telkom Mobile, for example. But are they making money? What sort of ARPU are they looking at?
ARPU has improved. So what's one of the measures? How much do people spend, your customers, your subscribers on average, on a monthly basis with you as the service provider? And in Telkom's case, it's the blended ARPU, which means across all the subscribers, whether they are on contract, postpaid or prepaid, it's 98 rands. It has gone up over the past year by 10% from, I think, about 89 rands to 98, which is a good sign. It means two things. First of all, the data strategy is paying off. People are spending more and more on data services, using that data for other services such as video, listening to music, sending WhatsApp messages, although it's a small component, and so forth. Second of all, Telkom Mobile has been moving into the range we see with other operators. MTN, Vodacom, Cell C, it's doing better than Cell C on the blended ARPU. If we look at the postpaid ARPU that Telkom has, close to 200 rands a month. It's about maybe 170 rands thereabouts. It's not too far from MTN, and less than Vodacom. But it is, in terms of ARPU, it's doing as good as the second mobile operator in the market, practically. So it is showing signs of improvement, certainly from a revenue generation perspective. It's just that at this point in time, just over 5.2 million subscribers that Telkom now has as mobile customers. So it is by far the smallest operator in the market, and when we count it by subsubscribers, so correspondingly revenue is also lower. But in terms of revenue per subscriber, it has improved considerably from a few years ago, and it's making good progress.
What about smartphone uptake?
Smartphone uptake strong as well. I think if I remember correctly, probably about out of those 5.2 million, around 3 million subscribers now have smartphone, which is good. It's again in line and better than some of the stronger competitors in the market. And expansion of the smartphone environment is a function of effectively of price and usability. So operators are trying to push the smartphone strategy because they believe that if they can get a smartphone into a customer's hand, that will prompt the customer to start using services that are a lot more data intensive, therefore they sell more data, plus other services, content services, as Telkom is selling through the lit product. So the barrier to entry normally is price. We have been seeing prices of smartphones coming down as they proliferate globally, and production scales and cost per unit comes down. It's still expensive in an environment such as South Africa because of our socio-economic realities. So, a relatively small group of people out of the total population that uses phones is able to afford them, but by now they are probably less than $100. So let's say, call it you can pick up a smartphone for 1,000 rands, maybe even less. So the affordability is increasing, therefore we expect that growth to start increasing as well.
We'll leave it there. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
Today, Director at Africa Analysis, that's Dobek Pater.